Hello students, today we are going to start the next poem, that is The Ant and the Cricket. The Ant and the Cricket is a fable written in the form of a poem by Greek writer Aesop. A fable is a short story in which animals behave like humans and convey a message. This poem is also the same category. A young silly cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. Not a crumb to be found on the snow covered ground, not a flower could he see, not a leaf on the tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me? So here the poet says that there was a silly means who lacks sense or wisdom, young cricket is a grasshopper like insect who was accustomed to sing during the spring and summer season. Accustomed means he used to enjoy. Gay means happy and enjoyable. The poet calls spring and summer seasons gay because they are full of life. There is greenery everywhere. Food and water are in abundance. Abundance means in large number. However, soon those months of rejoicing and joy passed away and winter came. This is our nature cycle of seasons. After one season end, the next season came. So those months of rejoicing and joy, rejoicing months were spring and summer season, and when they passed away, winter came. Now the cricket was in trouble. He began to complain when he found that his cupboard was empty at his home. There was not even a crumb. Crumb means small fragment of bread. That is, there was nothing to eat for him. There was snow on the ground, and he could not see even one flower or a leaf on the tree. Seeing this, he becomes sad and exclaims, "Oh, what will become of me?" Next stanza is, at last by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a miserly ant to see if to keep him alive he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he would repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. So here the cricket had not eaten anything and was starving with hunger. It mustered its courage and set off to seek the help of a miserly ant. Miserly means tiny. To provide it a mouthful of grain. That is, he wanted help from the ant so that it can provide it food and shelter. There was famine. Famine is unavailability of food, chilling cold, and perhaps raining, which made the cricket wet and shiver a lot while travelling. It wished, means it requested, the ant to lend it some food and shelter and promised to repay by the next day, or else it will die because of chilling cold, hunger, and sorrow of not doing anything. Next is, says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the winter was warm? Quoth the cricket, not I. My heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay. Now, hearing to the cricket, the ant answers that it considers itself to be his servant as well as friend. Here, ant mentions that he is servant as well as friend of cricket. However, they have a rule that the ants never borrow anything from others and nor they lend anything. Saying this, the ant asks the cricket, why did it not gather anything when the weather was warm during spring and summer? That is, when it was appropriate time to gather the food, why the cricket did not gather anything for him. Hearing to the ant, the cricket replies that its heart was so light that it was quite happy and did not care about the future. The cricket further says that it kept singing day and night, that is, all the time, as all nature looked gay. Now, here nature looked gay means everything looked happy and joyful. So, without bothering about future, he spent his time by singing day and night. He thought that the beauty of spring and summer, as well as abundance of food and shelter, will always remain there. He never cared about the future. You can compare it with yourself, that we always feel that. Next is, you sang, sir, you say? Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket, and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable. I'll warrant it true. Some crickets have four legs and some have two. Now, listening to the cricket, the ant tells him that he was singing and enjoying during the spring and summer. Now he should do the same, and the winter will go away. Saying this, the ant hastily lifted the wicket, that is, quickly ended the conversation and pushed the poor cricket out of the door. In the last two lines, the poet says that folks, that is, people, call the story of ant and cricket a fable, that is, untrue story. However, the poet thinks that the story is quite true because there are many crickets with four legs as well as with two. Here, cricket with two legs is mentioned for humans. Here they are referred to human beings who do not care about their future and repent when the time is gone. So here poet want to convey the message that if we want to secure our future, we are supposed to do something now. So the moral of the poem is, if we did not work hard today, we can't have a happy life tomorrow. So start working hard from now so that you can lead a happy life tomorrow. Hope you have understood the poem well. Thank you.